News Central's Israel Eferobor is currently at the MM1 and now joins us for an update. Israel, yesterday was chaotic. I saw the videos, and one thing that I just kept saying to myself was glad I don't have any flights scheduled for that day. What is the update on this disruption? We hear that the situation has now calmed down. Are the flights now going? Have they resumed?
Right now, there is a flight that is taking off here at the MM1. We can't get visuals of that right now, but yes, there are flights taking off here at the MM1 of the domestic wing of the Murtala Muhammed Airport here in Lagos. This was not the case yesterday when this terminal here was picketed by the unions here, and their demands were the fact that they are not allowing their workers to unionize, and also the ticket sales charge, 5% ticket sales charge, that is part of the amount paid by those traveling. That particular amount of money goes to the airlines. It is meant to return one way or the other to the NCAA and other agencies for proper running operations of these airlines. So these is of these agencies. So this is two of the reasons why this terminal was picketed and this airline was picketed yesterday by the unions. Yes, you were correct. It was chaotic yesterday. Flights were disrupted. People were here since 5 a.m. yesterday, and they couldn't get to their destinations early yesterday. But the situation later turned around much later in the evening when the unions and those authorities came to some sort of agreement that we are not privy to for now. But what we can now report is the fact that normalcy has now returned to the local wing here of the Murtala Muhammed Airport. Flight operations have resumed. We do have people coming in from Lagos and Abuja, two of the airport that we understand were affected yesterday during the picketing by the union. So yes, operations are back in full gear here at the MM1. Blessings.
Before we let you go, I wanted to speak quickly on a footage that also made the rounds on social media, and that is one of the airline operators. We saw that they still continued their flight operations without disruptions, and it felt like they were attacked. And we expect that these activities or actions should be voluntary. Can you speak to that very quickly before we let you go?
Okay, well, there were lots of issues that happened yesterday. One of them is just what you just pointed out. Not all airlines were disrupted yesterday. If you boarded some particular airlines yesterday, I'm quite sure you would have gotten to your destination. But they only, picketed Airpeace Airlines yesterday. That was the airline whose operations were indeed affected majorly yesterday. For others, they were allowed to go about their normal businesses. There are lots of terminals here, counters as well for different airlines. They were not disturbed yesterday, and so it was only for Airpeace that had the issues. And we understand that the issues, goes beyond the fact that Airpeace didn't go ahead. This particular airline didn't go ahead to honor an invitation that was placed before them by the Minister of Aviation, Mr. Festus Keyamo, for dialogue and for conversations regarding this TSA charge that they are talking about, and of course the fact that their workers have not been allowed to unionize. I did speak with the grounds operations manager of this particular airline yesterday, and he did say that the workers for his airline have said categorically that they do not want any union. And so that is where we are right now in terms of that particular issue. But in terms of operations here at the airport, everything is ongoing. But one particular incident that happened yesterday that no one has really talked about is the fact that we understand allegedly that a particular bus, was driven onto the runway, and how true that is or not, we'll try to find out. But we did read from online, and that nothing of such happened, and if it happened, that particular driver will be brought to book. So these are some of the issues surrounding the flight disruption that we experienced here at the MM1 yesterday. But those disruptions are now a thing of the past right now, as operations are up and running. Blessings.
Thank you so much, Israel Eferobor, for the update on that.